Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch, YouTube, and D&D land. It's been a minute since we've been here, so welcome back. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here in our YouTube channel or becoming a subscriber on our Twitch channel. Remember, you do get a free Twitch Prime subscription every month. And if you don't use it on me or somebody else, you give it back to Jeff Bezos. And we don't want to do that. He has enough money. We all know this, right? So if you are going to do that, go right ahead. And if you're interested in joining any of our campaigns, I do currently have open slots available. You can message me on Discord. I'm ProDM Joey. Or you can message me here on one of these streaming platforms you see me at, or through Patreon, which is listed down in the description below. Be more than happy to sit down and see if any of our games will be a good suit for you. Now, without further ado, Dresley, what happened last session?
Last time on Glamour Guard, the Glamour Guard. Glamour Guard?
Glamour Guard.
Glamour Guard.
Glamour Guard.
Glamour Guard.
After successfully dealing with some smart talking gators, the party was informed that by Ted Lasso, Fred something, whatever you're
Fred Lasso, yeah.
Fred Lasso. That our client, Miss Wayne, was getting kidnapped. From quick use of things we did not realize we took when we leveled up, we were able to track her down to a large collection of shacks near a cave that appeared to be a hideout of the what's the name of this thing? Joey, you had that chance and you didn't kill us with all the explosions at the beginning of the campaign.
High enough. I don't know what you're talking about.
The red note. That was the assassin's guild, right? But unfortunately, our magics gave out before we could pinpoint exactly which shack she was being held in. So a combination of assassin creeding one of the guys in a silence zone. I say that, but we just beat him to death. And as well as our newest member, our furball companion, changed their form to be able to sneak around and check some more shacks while blending in while the rest of us snuck around. Unfortunately, we realized after coming up with a plan, we had no way to talk to Lenny in the silent zone that he had on himself. So as soon as the plans kicked off, we all effectively had to do what we could while they were distracted. Found some nice things. I found a cannon, which I was able to use to blow up the grotto, stop more gators from spawning. But I couldn't freaking stop myself from getting eaten by a gator before the effects happened. We then were able to very quickly start killing members of the Red Note, and we're able to salvage some stuff from their boss, as well as locate Miss Wayne. No worse for wear, just a little tied up. And now, after successfully getting her back to the ship, performing her final duties, and fulfilling our contract, also giving a nice warning of, this isn't over, you We killed a fiend. It's gonna come back. We are now having our performance review from Mr. Bread Lasso to see how well we did on this mission. Considering technically she got kidnapped, I think we failed.
So, you all managed to successfully keep your client alive, though unscathed cannot be said, for the duration of her cruise. After she thanked all of you and gave you an open invitation to advocate for any cause you may have in the future. She would love to be the voice and figure for that. Bread offered a short teleport over towards the Mahabas. A luscious, beautiful, sandy beach lays before you. Absolutely breathtaking, clear waters that you can see the creatures swimming around in lazily. You see the gorgeous, bright-colored sand stretching out all around you and breathing in the fresh air. It is such a calm and beautiful place to be. Oh, wrong one. Bread looks around the location for a few moments, starts whistling, and you see a few individuals from a far off path begin descending down towards you all, bringing with them these very large, beautiful blankets, beach towels, and chairs to sit in. Each of you is also handed a lovely, colorful beverage. Now, I know some of you might not be of the legal age when we're in the Americas, but out here in the Mahabas, drink up.
A dwarf anyway.
Right, of course. Yeah. Is it this one? Prelude to Academia, yeah. Everyone, sit down, take your seats. And he walks over towards the shoreline itself and turns towards all of you. Anyone nervous? I'm a little nervous.
Nah, I'm good.
He looks at each of you.
Why are you nervous?
Well, it's been a long time since I had to evaluate people and had their entire, opportunity in life in my hands, you know? But
Wouldn't it be simpler on you to just pass everyone then, and then you wouldn't have to worry about?
oh, but that'd be morally disingenuous, and I can't be that. If I'm anything, I'm genuine. So, he flips open his notebook, adjusts glasses, and begins reading. Y'all did all right out there. Let's see here. Let me get you this situated right here. So, let's start with the tall drink of reckless. Dresley. Buddy, you remind me of a lightning rod in a rainstorm. You ain't always where you ought to be, but somehow you keep taking the hits for the team and still standing. Now, I'll be honest, you say things that make me question if you've had a formal education or just liked a spell book once, but dang, if your heart ain't in the right place. You're the kind of fella who jumps in the fire first and figures out if there's water later. Keep that heart, son. Just maybe read a manual once in a while.
Keep it in mind.
Thank you. Now, Durin, our walking, talking, muscled up mayhem machine. You play the fool, but I see you. You're sharp, just buried under layers of I don't know and oops, was that me? You got instinct, kids, and when you actually follow through, folks notice. You've got a big dog, a good gut, and a better poker face than most nobles I've noticed. One day, you're going to stop pretending and start being who you actually are, and when that day comes, the world better watch out.
I'm sorry, you said big dog, and now that's all I'm thinking about.
Alrighty. Then Barnabas, my man, you're like a bird trying to fly with a piano strapped to your heart. I see the way you carry everyone else's weight on your back. You want to do right, be right, set things right, but you forget you're a person too, not just a shield. You're smart. You're funny. You summon creepy straw fellas from the unknown depths, which, hey, takes a certain kind of confidence, I bet. I just hope one day you sit down with yourself, pour yourself some honesty, and let it out. You're more loved than you let yourself believe, my friend.
Don't know that I question that I'm loved, at least by some. It's never been my problem, but I appreciate the feedback, I guess.
Good. I'm glad. Hey, if you ever need to talk to somebody, you know all you have to do is ring a ding.
I will keep that in mind in the future.
Now, of course, we got Pyre. Pyre, pants on. Actually, scratch that. Pants optional on this beat. You're fire, son. Not just because your name says so. You lead without meaning to. You act without hesitation. You charge towards danger like it owes you money. There's a spark in you, kind that lights up others. You keep pushing, keep speaking your mind, and one day you're gonna lead this crew into a legend. Just don't forget, leadership ain't just guts, it's grace. And you got both, just don't burn too fast, yeah? Of course, Pyre can't really speak up right now. And Lenny. Oh, kid. He sets the notebook down, lifts his one leg, placing it on the end of your beach chair, and leans against it with his elbow. And he just looks at you.
Lenny kind of leans back away from him. I don't like, why'd you put the book down?
You're smart. Smarter than most of us combined in our best days, but you walk like your shadow's gonna swallow you if you move too fast. Confidence ain't just some armor you put on, it's knowing that mistakes don't make you lesser. They just make you learned. Learned. Which one is it?
To make you learn.
Make you learned. Thank you. You got potential running out of your ears, but if you don't start trusting yourself, one day the dice will fall and you won't be brave enough to roll them again. I don't say that to scare you, kid. I say it because I want you around for a long, long time.
Thanks. I guess the only reason why I act that way is because all of my teammates have died before. I haven't managed to accomplish that yet. So I think I'm doing something right, but I'll work on that.
No, see, you should keep working on stuff, but say it with more gusto, more confidence. Hey, Dresley, give him some of your confidence. You got spades.
All right, Lenny, first things first, we're going to get you laid.
See, I don't exactly agree with your methods, but you see that is what you need a little more.
Nothing puts confidence into a man more than his first time.
Then he kind of looks slightly insulted, but also like, how does he know?
Now,
We're in the college years, boys.
Hey, go on.
he turns away from you guys, looking over at the beach. You can see the wind pushing his hair backwards just a little bit as he crosses his arm. Y'all ain't perfect. Hells, you're barely functional. But I think in time, the Glamour Guard can call you a part of them. And that counts for something in a world full of sellouts, demons, and oily bastards. Now, I plan on staying here at least a week. If y'all want to be sent home early, I'd be more than happy to send you there. If you want to stay here and relax a little bit with me, you're more than welcome to stay with me as well. I'd be so incredibly happy to have a little bit of company, to just relax, enjoy some time, and get things situated. But after that, I regret to say that I am not going to forward all of you to become full-fledged Glamour Guard members. There's 2 outlying circumstances that you guys made me privy to that makes me think that having you be on missions helping others may be a danger to them others. There's 2 extraplanar creatures that aren't dead that might be coming after y'all. Maybe 3.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you on that one.
Alvin.
Wait, count maybe 4?
He's
Well,
not
no, he's-
extraplanar, he doesn't
Yeah,
count.
he's from this plane.
Fair enough. There you go. If he's from this plane, he can die. So, keep in mind, he
Well,
doesn't
no,
know.
that's
He
right.
doesn't. Oh.
Stop talking, Dresley.
No, we're already not getting the full boot.
I thought acquiring extraplanar enemies was kind of part and parcel to being adventurers.
It is, but being someone who picks up contacts is also, it's a danger. And y'all are capable of handling these contracts, no problem at all. But let's say one of these creatures decided to attack you while you were in the middle of a mission trying to save someone. Do you honestly think in any of those fights, if one of those entities had shown up, you'd be able to do your job well enough to make sure Miss Melorissa Wayne wouldn't have died, or perhaps one of your allies wouldn't have died, or perhaps all of you wouldn't have died? Honestly.
At least for the last 2, we already have. Plus, we acquired these enemies under our duties as members of the Glamour Guard.
100%.
You're firing us for doing the job that the Glamour Guard hired us to do.
I'm not
That's what I understand.
firing y'all. I'm
You're
saying
laying us off, whatever you want to call it.
Well, no. I'm
All
saying
just fancy words for the same thing. We'll be out of a job because we did our job. That's exactly what you're saying.
what I'm saying is y'all need to at least solve one of these problems permanently. And if you can do that, you're welcome back in with open arms. And I will
Feel like
put
it's a
my name forward to make sure they take you all seriously as full-time adventurers and get you your license. But you need to show me that you're able to solve these extraplanar problems permanently. If I know you can handle that, then I know that you can handle these missions without putting other people or yourselves in jeopardy. Seeking trouble when trouble's seeking you is a dangerous thing.
So we need to find a way to get to the hells.
Perhaps. You know what? I'm not your mentor anymore. He folds the book up. It is so annoying trying to help you guys without actually helping you because I'm not allowed to help you. You know that? Like, it is really annoying to do that. Anyways.
Okay, you were getting that too. Okay.
Yeah, it's really, really... I'm a helpful type of guy. That's how I do my work. I mean, y'all never heard about me in any of those books about guild arts and whatnot because I'm the person who's just helping them, you know? But you don't necessarily just have to go to the hells to clean up your mess. you might be able to summon it here and then clean up your mess like that.
But they can't die here, I thought.
There's circumstances that would evade that.
There's ways.
He looks over at Barnabas. Are you privy to some of this information?
Yes.
And you have how much confidence that you'd be capable of dealing it?
Enough. Assuming that I know ahead of time that what we're getting into. It's just the last 2 times we have dealt with a hellish entity, we weren't aware that we were going to be dealing with a hellish entity. Unfortunately, dealing with them in a permanent basis takes preparation.
And what would you need to be able to go after one of them? Honestly, what do you need?
I need enough time to set up a circle that we can trap them in so that when they die, their soul cannot leave and return home. At that point, I have a way to trap it.
Do you have a way to get them here?
No, that's the piece I'm missing.
Maybe.
I can- Yes, sir. What's your idea?
Well, we still don't know who this pulls out. I hold up the black envelope.
So we can pull something out, but we don't know if it's one of the ones that we're after. You could just be adding a 4th one to the 5th one to the list.
Yeah, are we up? Yeah, we're up to 5.
Since Dresley spilled most of the beats on Camp
I
Calvin.
will say, technically, that would prove that we could get rid of one, though.
But you don't know what you're summoning. Y'all think that's best?
Probably not.
See, there you go. You're already learning, Dresley. He goes over and offers you a high five.
I make sure to put the envelope away so he doesn't try to steal it from me.
Yeah, he just high fives you.
I high five him.
So, you need a way to get one of them here, right? Are you educated about demonology and phenology?
I don't know. We got a bunch of their blood on our weapons.
I'm assuming that's religion.
It is, yes.
Then yes. I had some training before, and then I took half of the required freshman class.
Yeah. But in all honesty, you learn a lot more by doing than you ever did by learning, you know? Nose in a book only gets you so far. He looks at you again, Dresley. That does not mean you should be skipping books. You need to read more books. All right? All right, you two, I'm pairing the two of you up. Lenny, Dresley. Dresley, you get Lenny confidence. Lenny, you get him to read a fucking book.
One of them's gonna have a much easier time than the other.
Which one?
Yeah, I'm not sure I know which direction that's going.
So by the end of this, my intelligence will go up by 1 point. Lenny's will go up by 2.
Your intelligence will go up by 1. His charisma will go up by 1.
Oh, right, charisma.
That is your guys' biggest flaws as characters. Now, Barnabas, I got some contacts around the globe. If you'd be interested in commissioning me, I can put out a simple feeler to all my contacts and see if any of them know of any specific rituals to try to summon forth a devil of a specific nature for you. See if any of them can teach that to you so you can better suit yourself up with the proper circumstance to be able to take one out. If you can achieve taking out one of these fiends, any one of the ones you got a problem with right now, and you can confirm it to me, permanent death, then you'll be welcomed back with open arms. My commission rating, by the way, is 50 gold a week.
Oh, Barnabas, we could summon the oil dealer.
I know.
Yeah,
There's-
aim high. That's smart.
There's one problem. There's one problem, unfortunately.
Yes.
I don't have 50 gold.
I
yes, you do.
And no, I have 15 gold because I spent the last of my money on a diamond, And
We
I
have not been
refuse.
paid for completing this contract yet with the stipulations of we fought a fiend that wasn't on the
Barnabas,
I also wasn't getting paid in money.
he was getting paid with exposure.
I was getting
Oh,
paid
right.
with a PSA against oil companies.
Yep. But she did say she was going to definitely give you guys more for what you did.
Well, I will be happy to pay you as soon as I find some money.
Of course.
They changed the spell book, by the way.
Yeah, I noticed.
It's
You can
better.
actually tell what's prepared.
The spell page is better?
Yeah,
It's
it's better.
slightly-
Huge.
yeah.
I'm not
Thank
sure
God.
it's perfect, but it's better.
I don't
Good,
think I
good.
can organize the spells as they're listed yet, but
Hey, progress. That's what we
Yeah.
wanted, right?
But at least you can prepare from this screen, and they do look better.
yeah.
Good, good, good. All right, so we got ourselves an understanding. While you're here in the Mahabas, oh, by the way, that's my beach house over there. He gestures at what you all was assuming was a resort.
Oh, guys, another one like it. There are.
But
Well, I'm
y'all are
afraid
welcome to
I'm
stay
going
here.
to take a week of vacation, Brad. I appreciate the offer of hospitality.
Of course.
I would rather spend it with my mother and sister, who I haven't seen since I died 6 years ago.
Oh, sir. Yes, please do. Please
Besides,
do.
my sister needs training.
Sister needs training? Really? Does she have a personal tutor?
She needs to be ready to take up her role within the church.
I know quite a few clergy members of high renown and rapport. If you need any recommendations for a proper tutoring for her, you just let me know, okay?
I will do so. Thank you.
Yeah. You can't undervalue the education of the youthful, okay? You get them while they're young, and that way they become so much better by the time that they're your age or mine. But I'll be happy to teleport you over there, okay? Wherever, well, depending. Have I been there? Where is it?
I can find it.
Was it Weredella?
No, it's there. It's your version of California. Ivy Spire.
Ivy Spire. Yep. Okay. Ivy Spire. Ooh. Oh, they got some good beaches out there, too. You need a car while you're out there?
No, not if you can take Sir Quaxalot with me.
Oh, absolutely. Of course he's going with you.
I would rather travel by non-oil based means.
Fair enough. Do you need a hotel while you're out there? A beach house? Surfing equipment? Anything?
I'm assuming if I do not stay with my family, it will be unpleasant. I don't think my mother will accept me staying in a hotel.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But that's just a guess.
As a safety precaution, he reaches into his jacket and pulls out a set of keys. And oh no, that one's not that type of place. Here you go. All right. Beachfront property, views over the ocean, facing over towards a little bit closer to the north side.
It's very kind of you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, mi casa su casa. And I'll be happy to teleport you over there after we get everybody situated. Who's staying and who needs to go someplace? Consider me your personal extra planer traveler for the evening.
I'm good with staying or going. I don't care. I'm good with just, riding out what everyone else is doing.
Yeah, I'm fine either way. I'm good with staying.
Out of character, downtime. At least a week. You can take more time if you want. He's retired, so he doesn't care. But if you want to go somewhere and do something during your downtime.
The only thing Dresley would like to do, because I forgot I had this, would be able to get in contact with his crew in the Feywild, because we have a ledger with a lot of blackmail for a lot of people that we did not hand over to Terror. So I could potentially use this from Curtain's Call.
Okay. So you want to work on a blackmail ledger for your downtime? Or are you looking for a attack ledger? Like, we'll consider it commit a crime, because arson is a crime.
Right.
But what you yield from it is either more information or money from them.
I guess I'm trying to use it. I'm using the ashes of Curtain's Call to like bolster my branch of the organization.
Okay.
We need contacts and information and money coming in from other places than just oil rig burning.
We'll consider that carousing. Try to, show up at events, go places, do things. Lenny, are you cool joining him with those stuff and doing stuff along the way? Because the two of you have to help each other.
Yeah, that's fine. The only thing Lenny might be interested in finding is a shop that sells spell scrolls or something. That's pretty much it.
Oh, 100%. Spellington Heights has a fantastic mall.
Yeah.
The Neon Spire Shopping Sphere. And Durin wants to get a big dog.
I'll settle for medium.
Never settle for medium. Go big.
Hell yeah. Basset Hound at a minimum.
Basset Hound? That is not big.
Wait. I
I'm
was thinking of
like
Mastiffs.
Mastiff, yes.
Yeah.
That's very different.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Mastiff,
Droopy
Caucasian,
faces.
Great Pyrenees, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll send y'all all about. Here's the phone number to my house here. You can call up if you guys need me to pick you up at any time, send you off anywhere. Take the time that you need, and when you guys are ready, and of course, if you want to pay me for the information, I do got to charge you. I like you guys. I'm happy to chauffeur you around the realm a little bit, but I still got to make sure that my people get paid what they deserve.
You know what? Before we leave, I'm just gonna give him 50 gold, because just to expedite the process.
Absolutely, yeah. Everyone paying for the cleric.
Hey, I've been paying for everyone.
Yeah, I know. You have been the money bags of the party. All right. Well then, first person's up. Barnabas, we're going to send you on out, all right? Anybody else interested in seeing the beaches over there? All right, good talk. Oh, go on.
I was gonna say I'm gonna take in the sights as I look down the stretch of beach with all the attractive people.
All right, you enjoy your... Hey, don't get in too much trouble. Then he points at you, Lenny. Get in a little bit of trouble.
All right, I guess I gotta follow him.
Sammy said she wanted to spend her time at a music festival like, Flaming Elf or something like that.
Perfect, yeah. Yeah, that's definitely happening this time of year.
Yeah. That's what she wanted to do with her downtime.
Perfect. All right, now, Barnabas, you get teleported on out. Arriving on the beaches, you feel the air here is so much warmer than it was in the Mahabas, but drier. Like, the humidity is a bit lesser. Pomeranian. A dire Pomeranian? Anyways. As you arrive here, Brad looks over at you. All right. Yeah, now, my place is just over there. And he points over at this massive hill where you see at the bottom of it is this large section of a city. And then further past that, there's this gorgeous, large beach house that's completely separated from everything else around here. And when you look up at the hill, you're looking at the Bollywood Hills.
Does anyone in your party own a house that isn't a giant monstrosity?
You know what's the funny thing? I didn't even pay for it. The governor here just gifted it to me. And I do own one nice, humble home in Spellington. It's my ancestral home.
You're from Spellington.
Yes, sir. I just haven't really been there.
I get you.
Yeah. Still love it, though. Great city. Ain't nowhere else in the world like it. Well, except Detroit. Detroit's pretty nice.
Detroit is really nice.
Oh, yeah. Their raves? Awesome.
Just not a city I would have expected you to say.
What? They have good raves.
I have nothing against Detroit. I've never been there. Just from what little I've heard of Detroit, you just didn't seem like it'd be the city you'd pick. Vegas, New Orleans, Miami, maybe.
Oh. Miami, that place? Oh, it's full of posers. And grandpas. I ain't that old. Anyways, you enjoy yourself. Take care.
Thank you for the lift. I appreciate it.
Yep, hit me up if you need to go someplace else, all right?
Will do.
Perfect. All right, Durin, how about you? You said you're looking for a dog?
Yeah.
All right, well, you looking for a purebred? Are you looking for a mixed breed? Are you looking for a rescue?
I'm looking for a dog.
Right, but allow me to educate you a little bit. See, there's different types of dogs that they have different histories and circumstances. A purebred is one that has, well, when they're bred, you know what breeding is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, good. You are proficient in nature, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know
And
the whole
animal
process.
handling.
Landy,
Yeah.
do you know what
Actually,
breeding
I'm
is?
I've read about it.
We know that Gemma Jamin's son person. Just all right. Well, the purebreds are ones that have been bred to be sold because they have a much higher quality that some people believe they have from the purity of their bloodline, right? Think elves, right? They keep their bloodlines really pure and they usually sleep with their cousins and stuff. You get it.
Oh.
Rescues are usually down on their luck pups that got a little unfortunate treatments in life. Sometimes their owners die a little early. Sometimes they get
no.
lost, and sometimes they might be born a little bit different, missing eye, missing legs, something like that. And some people don't really want to take them into their homes. So it's more of like a service to help those types of dogs.
Yeah, I'm more meant that I'm just not picky about what kind of dog I get, more than I use the refresher course.
Well, let's think then. What type of dog do you want?
Well,
You want an incest dog or a rescue dog?
I guess rescue if I had to pick.
Why?
Well, incest is kind of icky,
Mm-hmm.
and dogs need their love.
Yes,
But
they
not,
do.
Not that kind.
No, nobody's thinking that kind. All right, so rescue dog?
Sure.
All right. There are 32 rescue shelters across the entirety of this country. I'm be happy to take you around to each and every single one of them until you find a companion that's going to be right for you. Now, you're going to have to take care of them, right? You're going to have to treat them right. You're going to have to walk them, feed them, clean up their shit.
That is the one thing I am thinking about right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because we do what we do. We're gonna
Yeah.
be away from home a lot, so it might be best to see if we can find one with like a big dog that's like can actually like handle stuff.
Oh, you're talking about like a hunting companion type dog.
Possibly.
Okay. Yeah, we can definitely take you up there. Is there any particular breeds you're interested in?
Again, more just looking to find one and see what fits.
All right. So this will count as, searching
Yeah.
for an item. So, Lenny and Dresley, you find a nice party that is happening down further on the beach. Apparently spring break. Woo! I need a general performance check from both of you as you approach over towards the spring breakers.
Oh no.
Mercy. I know there's probably not going to be much helping that role, but can I attempt to now this is just normal the vibe we give off, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll save what I was going to say for something else.
Okay.
Oh,
All right, not
almost-
bad.
almost really good.
Almost really good, but still 10's not bad. You come walking over and you see a couple of them playing volleyball, and you just jump in and play a little bit and then start heading off. You're kind of that guying it, but not in an untasteful way, Lenny, you see this beautiful half-elven woman getting ready to put lotion on her back. Suntan lotion. And she catches you staring.
Sorry, just wondering if maybe you need a little help getting those hard to reach spaces as I start animating the zombie hand.
Oh, you brought that to the party.
It's
Oh.
it's always on me. It's in a pocket,
You
just
can make
waiting.
it invisible.
You hear
Good.
she just stands up, takes her towel, and starts running away. And all the volleyballers also go to a different section of the beach. Dresley and Lenny.
Lenny makes
charisma
himself look like a
saves.
barrel. Embarrassment, charisma saves. All right. 3. Oh no, wait! I have advantages. That's 14.
You have advantage on charisma saves?
Yeah, because gnome. I have advantage on all the mental stat saves.
Oh,
It's
it's
against
no
spells.
longer against magic.
Yeah, I think it's on. Let me double check, but I think it's on every. Which is just another reason for you to hate gnomes. Let me see. Species descriptions. Yeah, cunning on gnomish cunning. You have advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws.
Nice.
Period.
Yeah,
So-
just period.
Lenny, you're kind of used to rejection. Dresley, you just what'd you do wrong?
Then I see Lenny with his severed hand.
Could have just said no.
Okay. Rule number 1. Do not bring it corpses on a meeting. That's fifth date at best. And that's only after you get to know them.
It's not a corpse. It's a tool. It's like
It's a severed hand.
a hammer.
Do any of these people look like adventurers? That was me asking Lenny.
Oh, well, they don't look like you, so I guess no.
This is gonna take longer than a week.
So that's how you guys begin your training montage. Durin, We have several dogs at the first shelter that you see. There's a dusk-hound retriever named Barry.
Okay.
You know, dusk-hounds are known for being very loyal dogs that never run from a fight. There's the Grimfell Hounds, which are very muscular, short-haired war dogs. Velvark Spaniels, which are feathery-eared and graceful-looking dogs that have a very loud bark. There's the Brindlemal Cur, which is a rough-coated marshland dog with a spotted tongue.
Spotted tongue?
Yep. Its tongue has spots. There's a Runetuff Shepherd, which are known for being incredibly intelligent creatures that can sometimes sniff out magic. There's the Mirefoot Terrier. Very small, but they are known for being fierce creatures that are native to swamplands and have webbed toes so they can swim. There's the Ashen Ridge Mastiff, which is among the largest breeds of dogs in the realm. They have incredibly thick fur that does not allow heat to penetrate through it. There's the Frostmane Sighthound, which are known for being exceptionally fast and can run through snow without slowing down whatsoever. And then there's the Thornhide Ridgeback, which is a spiny-haired guard dog that apparently many of the more hippie druids who live out in the wilderness and stuff raise.
What was the second option on that list?
Grimfell Hound. Muscular, short-haired war dogs.
I think that's probably the closest to what I'm looking for.
Okay. All right. So, you go to one of the shelters. And you find Merc. Roughly 3 years old. Purebred, though slightly underweight. They have coal black coat with streaks of silver along the spine. Their eyes are deep amber, and they glow faintly in the low light that they seem to favor inside of the shelter. Their temperament is a little weary at first, but you know these are very loyal dogs, and he seems very sensitive to, the tones of the people speaking around you when you're getting a description about him.
I just write so that down.
Yeah. And the handler will tell you, Grimfells don't give their trust easily. But when they do, they guard your soul, not just your door. Merc's still waiting for someone who sees him, not what he's been through, but what he could be.
I'm kind of just already considering giving him some pocket bacon.
Are you interested in purchasing him?
I mean, maybe. I'd like to kind of, meet him first, I guess.
Yeah.
To...
Just make sure you don't make any sudden or loud movements or change in your voice, okay? He's a little skittish.
I can guarantee I won't change my voice.
He goes over and unlocks the cage as Merc kind of just like looks up at you.
What's that, dude?
Just looks at you weirdly.
I can speak dog, you know.
Yes, I know.
No, I was talking to Merc.
Oh. He like tilts his head at you, raising his eyebrow. You speak?
Yeah.
You're short.
Yeah.
You're hairy.
Yeah.
He looks around. You smell funny,
Yeah, I get that a lot too.
but you also smell good.
That one less.
It's like food. Lots of different foods.
Oh yeah, I do run into lots of different foods. I do pull out some of the pocket bacon. Want some?
His eyes go wide. Yeah.
Cool. I toss it to him.
Roll animal handling.
23.
23. He immediately like just wolfs it down, and he seems like he doesn't ask for food, but he definitely wants food.
See, that's the difference between him and me. I ask for food because I definitely want food.
All right, you find yourself a good companion there. You like Merc?
I think he's cool. What do you think, Mark?
What? What do I think about what?
Me.
You smell funny and good at the same time.
Fair enough.
You give me food, which is good.
You doing alright here?
It's small and it's really bright sometimes.
I can see that being a problem.
Yeah. Everything's really bright here. You have that giant ball that's angry in the sky.
Oh, you don't like the sun?
I don't have kids. I'm only 3.
I've had plenty of dogs that had kids by 3. I don't know.
But yeah, your sun's really bright. That big ball, it looks angry all the time. I don't
You know,
like it.
Now you mention it, it kind of does look angry.
Yeah,
What's up with that?
I don't know. Someone should ask it if it's okay.
Alright, well, nice talking to you.
Yeah, you too.
He's an okay guy, but I don't think it's gonna be a good fit.
You look over at him and he's just like looking at the two of you talking now. Just back and forth. Well, what's wrong with him?
You know, he just kind of doesn't really seem all there.
You understand dogs are usually not very intelligent, right? To be fair, he's also out of his native habitat. Grimfell hounds are usually from the Underdark.
Ah.
Yeah. Sure, all the lights up here probably disturb his eyes a little bit.
Yeah, he did mention that.
Yeah. Too bad they don't make glasses for dogs.
I need to go beat up another devil. Give me a minute.
All right. Well, if you want to keep looking, we can keep looking. All right.
You know what? This might have been a slightly rushed into thing. I will keep looking, but maybe a bit more of a background thing.
All right. Sounds good to me. We'll just get you the paperwork so you don't have to look them in their eyes. So, any other types of dogs you're interested in, or just that one?
For the moment, nothing else really spoke to me.
Just the Grimfell Hound?
Yeah, that was the closest one to what I was thinking of, but
All
eh.
right. There's another one in a different city that's like super aggressive and angry. It's also pissed up at the giant ball in the sky.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. And there's a third one that, well, it's missing an eye, but it seems very jovial, playful, and stupid.
Okay, you talked me into it.
Give him the sunglasses. Can't resist the Cyclops. So that one, the one that's jovial,
Yeah,
is Nixley.
Nixley.
Yep. A very pale-coated Grimfell that has a very piercing, singular dark eye. And Pixley is incredibly talkative and never really shuts up.
Yeah, that could also be a problem.
Well,
We
all
did
of them
try
have
to
to be
do-
trained.
That's a fair point. Oh, that's a very good point.
Pee on the tree. Why? You pee on trees? Damn, good point.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, I guess you can't be on the tree.
All right, so do you want Nixley, the happy-go-lucky, one-eyed one? Do you want Hushfang, which is the very angry one? Or the shy one, Merc?
Oh, that's what you were going for?
Yeah, he's shy. You wrote an amazing animal handling. You got him to actually communicate with you. It's a dog. It's not hard to get dogs to like you. Like,
That's
it's...
fair. Especially not when I carry bacon at all times.
Exactly. All right, well, I'll let you mull that over. Barnabas, do you want to do the whole thing where you meet up with your mom and sister?
Sure.
All right.
So I think Barnabas, while he never will admit it to himself, is nervous. So I think he wastes a bunch of time. So I think he goes to like a store to get like a new clerical outfit, though the cheapest and most barren one he can find, because he hasn't worn priest robes in a long time.
You are trying to buy very simple clerical robes in California.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying I'll go to a costume shop if I have to and get like the fake ones that they
Yes.
sell for
The
movies.
sexy one, yes.
No, not sexy one.
Roll me
Something for a background actor or something.
perception check. Let's see what you find. Okay, yeah. You find a store that has vintage movie set extra props in it. And you do find very simple robes that look, well, very authentic in nature, other than the fact that they're made out of what is it? Silk, which is like not breathable. Usually it's like hemp, right? But at least it's simple. You did have the option for the bejeweled one.
No, I don't want anything bejeweled, and I wanted something cheap.
Oh, it is going to be cheap. It's like 2 gold.
All right. And then I'm going to drag Sir Quaxalot kicking and screaming through a Mount Mart to get a grooming session.
Yup. That'll be another gold.
Okay. I'm assuming he doesn't like getting groomed, but
Probably
he doesn't
not.
get a choice.
Yeah. He has to be presentable. Though he does like it when he gets his gold chain polished.
I'll make sure they polish the chain.
It's very important to him.
Yes, I get that.
It's his regalia. So, after you postpone as much time as you possibly can, and it's later into the evening, you find the address, and you head over towards your mom's new place. You look up at this 6-story building, apartment complex. You can hear the shouting, ranting, and raving of many different individuals coming from higher up inside the building, and you see there's a couple of people sitting on the stoop outside. They look over at you, kind of like seeing your clothes, and they look like they want to give you a hard time, but after seeing, priestly robes, they decide there's certain people you don't fuck with.
I'm just going to walk past them into the building.
Mm-hmm. As you head on upstairs, you find your way over towards their room, 301. And you can smell fresh made green bean casserole with some squash. And you can hear your mom inside of this apartment. Sweetie, make sure you go wash your hands, okay? Yeah, Mom, I just need 5 more minutes. No, you can't eat food again with all of the dirt on your hands. You need to go clean them. Fine.
I'll knock on the door.
Mom, someone's knocking. Can you get it? Yeah, okay. If it's a stranger, it's your fault if I get kidnapped. Very funny, sweetheart. She goes over to the door, and you hear multiple locks unlocking. And when she opens it up, you see your baby sister. For the first time in 6 years, she is grown up so much. Now in her pre-teen years, 11, 12, yeah?
Yeah, I think she was 5, so she's about to be about 12.
Yeah.
Now.
As she looks up at you, and it takes her a moment to really grasp who you are, and then her eyes go wide. Big
Who
V!
would be insane enough to try and kidnap or want to kidnap you, Rosie?
Before you even finish the sentence, she already jumps and just grabs onto your neck. Oh, Big V! Mom, Barnabas is home! Or here! You hear something fall in the kitchen, and you see your mom pop her head out as her eyes go wide, and she just smiles with so much joy. She goes running over to you, casting her oven mitts onto the ground and immediately grabbing and hugging you. God, you're home. I didn't know that you would be back so soon.
We had a break in what we're doing, and we have a few days before we can move on to the next part. So
Well,
I hope you have time.
yeah, yes, of course. Come on in. We were just about to have dinner. Yeah, we were. Mom made her casserole again. Why did you say again like that? Well, because you made it again. The third time this week. Is there a problem with my casserole? No, of course not. I'm just saying that you made it again. This young lady.
Be
Anyways,
thankful for a home-cooked meal, Rosie. Someday you may not get them as much as you used to.
I am. Why does everyone think I'm not thankful? I am very thankful. I'm just saying you cooked it 3 times. She drags you inside, and you look around at this very humble little apartment. It's 2 bedrooms, a very small bathroom that only one person could fit into, even if you were trying. The toilet right next to the sink, and the shower behind those 2 objects itself. You see the little living room that has a single large sofa suited for 3 people, a TV, which is remarkable, and what appears to be many different shelves with many different pictures of you, your sisters, your mom, very notably none of your father. And then right behind that living room, there's a little island, a peek hole that you can see through that has a very simple looking kitchen, very simple, small U-shaped counter that has a fridge at one end, the oven on the other, and a sink right next to the fridge. It is the barest of bones minimum, and as you get over to the circular table, you recognize this table. When you were younger, they used to keep this one out in the barn house for more private dinners, 2 people at a time, 3 people if somebody's away. Though it does have a, as you remember, little cross section that you can pull the table apart, put a cross section in, and fit more people at it. I'm sure you know the type that I'm talking about.
Yes. A leaf.
Thank you. So how'd you get here so fast? Last I heard you were with the Glamour Guard, right?
Yes, we were on a mission down in, I forget what you called it. Old Orleans? You didn't call it New Orleans.
Old Orleans.
We were down in Orleans. We just finished up a job protecting a Meloressa win. And
your mom looks over like, Meloressa? Really?
Yes.
Who's that?
She was doing a tour. She is a singer of Mom's generation.
Your mom immediately throws an oven mitt at you. I am not that old, young man.
No, but when you listen to music, normally it's people older than you, so it would have been your generation that listened to her.
That was the music of my grandmother's generation. You can hear her slipping back into the country twang as you're talking, and your sister's just smiling. Wait. So, like, you're really working with Glamour Guard? Have you met Gerald Sway?
I went to school with Gerald Sway.
You went to school with Gerald?
Yes.
Did you ever, like, talk to him? Have you met him?
Many times.
Oh, he's so cute.
Hey, no. You're too young for that.
Which one is that one again? He's the one who's like the legendary adventurer. He's been able to like protect the Sylvan Sway, the Runestone Rush. He even works with Cinder Creek and Moss Jack Madigan. Oh, really? You realize you don't know what any of these people are. Well, you would know Moss Jack Madigan. He's a halfling stadium country artist. Your dad would call them polished boots. Because they are the fakest of fake.
Yes, he's
He's
made
so
quite a
cool.
name for himself over the years.
Oh, that's so cool that you met him. Can you get an autograph for me one day? Please?
I'll see what I can do.
Oh, please. I really want his autograph. He's so cool.
Seems weird to ask that of your boss, but I guess for your sake.
So you do work for him?
Well, he runs the Glamour Guard.
Oh, that is awesome. So you're an adventurer still?
For now.
Well, that's great, honey. I mean, yeah, that's great. You know, your sister has been doing wonderful things as an adventurer as well, working on independent charitable questing. Very, very helpful to many different individuals. And you know, I think adventuring it's really cool. Your sister is beaming wide. You can tell your mom is not comfortable with like adventuring for everyone in her family. It is dangerous work.
I adventure only for the time to fulfill my duties to the Creed Band. Once it's no longer necessary, I will go back to the quieter life of the church.
Well, I mean, you know, adventuring just like it's cool in general, right? I can't wait to be an adventurer.
Why? Why do you want to be an adventurer, Rosie?
I want to help people.
No, but there's plenty of ways to help people without being an adventurer.
Sure, but
Mother spent her life helping us. She's not an adventurer.
right, you could just be a housewife instead.
A mother. Parent.
Yes. Parenting the next generation is very fulfilling and very good work as well. Yeah, but like, I don't know. If you have power, you're supposed to use it to help people, right?
There's plenty of people that need help that doesn't require adventures. There's the sick, the wounded.
Oh, yeah. I can travel to all those places and help people like that. Oh, it's going to be so good. But also, whenever there's like tyranny and stuff like that happening, I need to stop that. That's bad. I just learned about tyranny. Did you know like there's organizations and communities that are like destroying the entire ecosystem for money?
Yes, I am aware.
It's horrible.
Yes, and that's part of what I need to deal with.
Oh, great. So I can help you.
No.
No.
Not until you are well done with school.
Well, I got an early acceptance into adventuring school.
What school?
Draco Hart Early Prep.
Have I heard of that one?
You can roll me a history check. Yes, Draco Hart, a school founded by a golden dragon, unfortunately slain in a great battle that happened in the Great North. However, it has dedicated itself to getting the early prep for people with the highest of aptitudes to become the strongest adventurers and get them well acquainted before they start their actual high schooling in the programs. Usually they accept people 1 year to 2 years before high school, but apparently she got in 3 years early. Yeah, she got the acceptance letter. It's right there on the fridge.
Well, that is amazing, Rosie.
Oh, yeah. I've learned so many really good things already. Like, just, you know, sitting up at night and talking with the Green Man. It's really good. And he's fully supportive in what I want to be doing, and he understands, like, yes, I need to take care of farms and I need to take care of people, but I need to make sure I take care of all of the people, not just, farmers and stuff,
Well, if it's the Green Man's will, it's not my place to question it.
Green
My
Man's
place.
No, he argued.
He argued, and you convinced him otherwise, or
Yeah.
you do not share the same relationship I do with him, Rosie.
Well, I'm sure you two are really close too.
In our own way.
Ooh, maybe tonight we can pray together. We can all hang out and talk.
I would like that.
That'd be so good.
How would you like to spend the week on the beach?
Her eyes go wide and she looks over. So long as it doesn't interfere with any of your homework. Mom, I've been done my homework all week.
Or at least the weekend, Mother. We can all go. I could try and get a hold of Lucille. Maybe see if she has a few days, or...
Well, yes, I would absolutely love to. I just need to talk to Clint.
Who's Clint?
That's Mom's new boyfriend.
Oh, well, he's of course welcome to join us.
No, this will be a family thing. He can sit. No, he'll completely understand. And I'll take a couple of days off from the diner.
The house will have plenty of room.
All right. Do we need to stock the fridge? I mean, and she opens up the fridge and you see like very bare bone minimum food in there.
God, I was already broke, and now you're giving me a poor single mother I gotta take care of.
I have no need for money, mother. Yeah, we'll be able to swing by the grocery store. I think I have some credit there.
I'm sure there's... Knowing the person I'm at, I'm sure there's stuff there. We'll find out when we get there.
Okay, well, I don't want to impose or anything. Wait, who is it? Is this Gerard Sway's house?
No, it's not Gerard Sway's house.
Oh.
It belongs to a man named Bread Lasso.
Now your mom looks over at you. Bread Lasso? Really?
Yes. Yes, he gave me the keys to his beach house here.
The folk singer.
Sure.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Is he going to be there? Oh, I need to get a dress. I think I have a dress.
Stop. No. This is Barnabas in his own head about how his whole family is so so amazed by everyone that he knows and half the time hates. Yeah. Well, why don't I contact Lucille and I can get you to the house, and then I don't think I can take all three of us at once. So we'll have to do it in shifts.
Well, we can walk.
Oh, that seems so far.
Well,
do you want to walk, Rosie, or do you want to take a ride on my giant goose?
Wait, you have a giant goose?
I do. His name is Sir Quaxalot.
As soon as you say that, you see Sir Quaxalot like mount on the outside little flower bed outside, and it just falls immediately as he puts his weight on it.
I'll fix that before we go.
Yes, we are riding the goose, Mom. Rosie, I told you, you don't tell me what we're doing, you ask. Mom, I'm riding the goose.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mother. I put you in this position, but...
No, it's been possible to get that child to change her mind about anything that she's really passionate about.
It's a good news none of your other children were impulsive.
She like rubs the back of your neck a little bit as she just smiles and begins serving out the casserole. You can taste the fantastic seasoning that she's always perfectly done for the meal that you are used to eating from a young child 3 days a week. And Rosie will sit there talking to you the entire time about everything she's been doing. Apparently, she's already gone out on 2 expeditions, they call it, at the younger years, where you head out towards locations that have people that are sickly and try to help them. And she claims that she's been able to remove some very dangerous poisons and toxins from people's bodies already.
Yeah, she's not level 2. She's at least level 5.
I was gonna say, it's like, been gone 6 years. A 5-year-old gaining 2 levels is reasonable.
Yeah, no, but I know she has access to 3rd level spells already.
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
that's
used
right,
sending
she's
with me
sending.
before.
Fuck, she's powerful for a kid.
Yes.
She's the chosen one. And she goes over all of different class trips she's going on, and she goes over all of her different friends. She seems to have adapted to city life much better than you almost did in Spellington. She seems to be able to socialize with people, party with people, and just en masse people seem to be following her. She even started her own Green Man group in school that apparently has 20 different kids that are, well, trying to help the environment, planting trees, doing gardening for communities, giving fruits and veggies out to people for free, like worshiping.
I think it gives Barnabas a little peace to know that she really is better at this role than he ever was. And that she'll do a better job than he would have in this role. She's already accomplished more than he did.
The entire time she's talking, you can see your mom is just beaming with pride, and throughout the evening, she does eventually want to talk to you about what you've been doing, what you've been learning, how you've been doing things, and just every small detail. And even she makes you feel like the smallest details of what you've done or accomplished is huge and so incredibly impactful. You can feel the nature of her just innate love of you, of what you do, and everything else just spilling through, and even to the point where it just forces a smile onto your face. And after eating dinner, your mom gathers up some clothes and things, and your sister goes out to meet Sir Quaxalot. Immediately, Sir Quaxalot loves her, of course. And he looks over at you for confirmation that she's allowed to, fly with you.
Yes.
Okay.
Trying to figure out the best way to do this logistically and not leave my sister alone to get in trouble. I'll give Mom the keys and have her fly with Sir Quaxalot to the house and have Sir Quaxalot come back to get me and Rosa.
Yes.
And then I'll probably take a longer trip around with Rosie.
Yeah. She'll look around the area, just taking in the grand scope and beautiful nature of everything, and go, wow, this is amazing.
strap her down and let him do a couple of barrel rolls
Yep.
as I hold on too tight to make sure she doesn't fall out.
Yep. And after the flight, you get to go over to a different beach house of bread lassos, which is, despite how big it is, only a 2-story building. It's just the ceiling in the first story and the entire wall, which is glass, is 25 feet tall.
Oh man, that's like what, 3.5 feet tall? If that.
What is?
For a man who's probably 3.5 feet tall, if that.
Yeah, if that. As he said, he was gifted it by the governor. And yes, the house has all accommodations already ready-made for it. By the time you get there, you head up to the different bedrooms, and you see in what appears to be, I would assume Barnabas would probably take the smallest of rooms for himself. Let your mom have the huge, giant, lavished main bedroom, and your sister have the very cool one, right?
Barnabas will sleep either in, if he find it, a servant's quarters or on the couch.
And when you get to the servants' quarters, you see there is a handwritten note for you from Bread.
I'll open it.
You deserve love and nice things too. I covered this blanket in lice. Sleep somewhere else.
What do I have prepared? I have purified food and drink, but I don't think that's going to count for free.
No, exactly.
Fine, I'll go find a slightly nicer room.
Yeah. Beautiful view down the hall from your sister and your mom. And in fact, your sister is not even going to bother trying to sleep in her room. She's just hanging out with you all night. She comes in, she wants to play games, she wants to talk more, she wants to read books, tell you about everything that's been going on. And then, of course, the prayer at nighttime, where you can hear the gentle, calm voice of the Green Man as if you were still in the wild speaking to him directly. Though he's nowhere near as stern with her. And you can hear the constant backlash of her wanting to do things her way with him.
I think Barnabas lets her have her fight her way with Green Man. I do think it takes a while for Barnabas to remember the types of prayers that she would use. Because I think over the years, Barnabas's prayers to the Green Man have changed in tone and style, and remembering the more calm prayers, he just hasn't used them in years. But as a person who grew up in Catholicism, I know it doesn't take long for that prayer memory to come back.
Oh, yeah.
It only takes the first couple of words before it starts just coming out of you regardless. Yes, I also understand Sylvan.
Perfect.
But God, that's what we were saying all this time?
But yes, her prayers seem much more adaptive towards direct conversation instead of hopeful wishing, which is what a lot of prayer seems to be. Talking to him about different gardens in different places that she really needs to make sure buds very well, because there's a bunch of people around there that need the food, and just very charitable things that she's talking about. It's more of a, like, mission request she's giving him of, you need to make sure you empower these places with better nutrients. Over a couple blocks away from there, they had a shortage, so we need to make sure that we're compensating it with extra water. Is there any way we can get extra water in this location? Okay, good. Make sure you do that. Like, she's very, like, on top of telling him what to do to help people. course, you get to spend the week at minimum with your family. Now, Dresley and Lenny. What is your plan of attack between the two of you to help the other how you see fit?
Fred Lasso wanted me to get him to read more books.
He said get him to read a book.
A book.
That would be huge. Dresley watches a lot of movies.
Dresley, what do you think your favorite movie is?
Oh, it's what are the mortals here call it? Noir? Like mobsters, black and white.
As I Google movies that were originally books.
Holes. That was a good one. I think Holes came out in the 90s, right? The movie? Not the movie, the books.
I think so.
I think so, because I think the movie
98.
came out in the early 2000s. So
Book came out in 98. Yeah, basically I'll just try to think of I'm like I don't know if he'll actually want to read a book that's like a school book. That's what Lenny likes. But he'll try to think of an interesting fiction novel that'll be, good for Dresley to try to read into, and try to pick a movie that was originally a book, and then say, hey, there's actually more to that story if you actually read the book instead, because you can only fit so much into 2 hours of screen time. I bet you didn't even hear about this character. This is a major role character in the story that they just didn't manage to fit into the book.
That series doesn't exist, Durin. You can't name it.
Yeah.
Twilight.
Actually, hold on a second.
Twilight came out in 2004, 2005, I think.
Something.
No. That was My Chemical Romance was 2004, 2005. My Chemical Romance influenced Stephanie to write Twilight, which came out 2008, 2009.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Dang it. Fellowship of the Ring came out in 2001.
Yeah.
I mean, the book came out in like 1910.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm just trying to,
Dude.
hey, you like that movie, right?
The Hobbit was an animated movie. When did that come out?
That is true. That came
That
out in the
was
70s, I
70s.
think. Yeah.
go with Dune, the
Dune.
1980s dude.
I love how he said noir and all you guys chose the nerdiest shit in the world.
Totally not
I
even.
I don't know
actually
any
involved in
noir
it.
movies.
Yeah, nobody
Yeah.
does.
I mean, I know a few, but I don't know if they were books beforehand. Goodfellas, stuff like that. Like, I don't know if that was a book.
Goodfellas was probably
The
a book.
Godfather.
The
Godfather was a book?
Godfather. Probably.
Pretty sure.
Was that a book?
think
I'm
so.
positive there's a book like The Godfather.
Actually, I
Godfather
think it
book
was
first.
based off a book.
Yeah, it was. It came out in 1969.
Bitch.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go.
The Godfather is right up Dresley's alley.
100%. I'll talk to him about that. Like, mobsters, huh? Well, that movie, The Godfather, was actually a book originally.
Oh.
And if they liked it well enough to make it into a movie, which is very costly, I'm sure the book is fabulous.
Really?
It's
Usually
usually the
I don't
case.
know any librarians.
There's a librarian.
I'm assuming there's a library in this
He
house.
knows a librarian. He's lying.
Yeah, right there. Whispering Woods Library. Right next to where Gildart's place is.
Well, your guys' place now. Gildarsh just gave it to you.
That's true.
See, that's
yeah.
what happens when you're an adventurer.
The
You
glass
just
onion.
get homes. The glass onion.
Isn't that what it is?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
forgot. All right, let me.
I'm like, yeah,
edit
as soon as we
this.
get back, we'll take a quick little trip over to the library, see if we can find that Godfather book.
Right. Before we go, though. Okay. Sit down over here. I like tap. Like I get to like chairs at someplace like I talk, look straight in his face.
All right.
Barnabas rechat. Continue.
What is your experience? I get, yeah. What's your experience with anything? I guess outside of school.
Well, I grew up, I guess, kind of a noble, like a lower ranking noble. My parents always took me to crazy places, but mostly because they were doing it for business. They were trying to schmooze somebody and, you know, get some business opportunities. But through that, I was just kind of carried around and saw a bunch of nice little spots. But I was kind of sheltered until I went to the high, the Elder Mage High. And once I was there, I kind of had the mentality of trying to succeed as much as possible. But since I was kicked out of there, I mean, I think most of my time was spent working at Guildarts' bar or taking trips to the arcade. I kind of just kept to myself for the most part. Any schoolmates that I knew probably didn't want to interact with me anymore because I got kicked out of school. They didn't want to endanger their own enrollment. But
You didn't have any friends at all.
not really. I knew a few people. I talked with a few people. Durin was one of them. But no, didn't really do much. Most of my time was spent studying, reading. I mean, ever since I was kicked out, I had to study and learn stuff on my own rather than taking classes. So
Again, over again. Okay.
I was dead for 6 years. And everybody did see at 120 GP.
Yeah, so-
oh, for all this, okay.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
She gave you guys money because you went above and beyond.
Damn straight.
Already.
So this is the 90s. Does Brad have a computer?
No, he does not. He's
Damn
old
it.
in the 90s.
Okay. All right, let me ask this. Are you interested? What is your interest in a person?
In a person. Explain. I mean, I don't really like to talk to people that much.
Is there like a biology textbook it can just open up and just show him?
I mean, sure, but like you're talking to a nerd here. He doesn't.
I want to see what that reaction would be.
You look at the inside anatomy of a humanoid body.
What? Not that one.
Lenny starts to kind of take this as a mental note that he's getting Dresley to read a book by having him teach him stuff.
I'm not reading. I'm looking for the pictures. There. Here are breasts. What does that make you feel?
I mean, it's nice. Kind of feel uncomfortable, mostly because you're here. I don't know what's going on.
All right. Here's a penis. How do you feel?
I got one of those.
Though you're a gnome, so yours is cube shaped.
Right.
Oh, Critical Role Campaign 1. Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay. All right, let me ask you this. Do you have any desire in sex?
Well, yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I mean, I think most people would. It's not my end-all goal, though.
Would you prefer to have an intimate reaction with that person when you have sex? I don't know what I'm doing here.
I'm trying to, like, if you've seen A Beautiful Mind,
I actually haven't.
The first, you haven't?
No.
Oh man, there's a scene in there. It's based off of a really, really like nerdy, very intelligent character. But there's a scene where he comes up to somebody at a bar and he's like, I find myself a little confused on finding the words necessary to make you willing to have intercourse with me. That's his pickup line.
Oh,
I mean, we're just talking about a simple exchange of liquids, aren't we? Like bodily fluids.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
But...
Hilarious scene. But yeah.
Okay, let's go a little farther. Let's go a little farther down. Have you ever kissed anyone?
Nope.
You ever held hands with someone for a prolonged period of time?
Nope.
Have you ever been given a hug?
I've gotten hugs.
Okay.
Lenny's getting more and more confused. Like, is this your way of trying to make me more courageous? I don't. I mean, I could go hug some people.
Okay. Okay. Here's
weirder than a gnome walking up behind someone and just hugging them.
Because they'd only hug their knee, just hug their leg. I'm like, what the hell?
That's how you get drop kicked. Like,
Yeah.
We're not popular. I get that. You didn't really have friends. Did you really share interest with anyone that you spent time with?
Kind of starts trying to recall.
Guild Arts doesn't count.
Oh no. Of course not. To be honest, this is not really something that I spent a lot of time thinking about myself. I mean, I was kind of a shut-in for a long time growing up, and then when I got to school, I was so focused on performing to the expectations that I had that was my main focus. I didn't really spend time doing much else.
Okay.
And when I wasn't able to perform, I just figured out ways to cheat. So,
Right. Okay. All right, let me ask you this. Are you uncomfortable with intimacy?
I don't know. I mean, if I was confronted with it, maybe not. I can't really say. It's not really something that I've pursued too much. I mean, I guess to kind of, I can see you're having a little difficulty with this, but I mean, at least things that I've encountered more so that have been sources of concern for me or stress is areas of confrontation, facing things that I'm just not really wanting to ahead of time. And I guess this could be one of those. But I mean, since I've been with you guys, I've never had to really attack somebody before. And I think I've maybe taken some people down. I mean, I poked some people with my knife and they stopped moving.
Okay, I have a feel. So, considering how sheltered you were, I have an idea. But you're gonna have to trust me.
Okay.
Nothing will happen to you unless you let it.
So, do I have to trust that? So I have to trust that it will not happen to me unless I let it, but I'm letting it happen because I trust you.
Brother. I just start looking for the yellow pages. I'm trying to find a strip club.
Yes, you find that there is multiple strip clubs on this island.
All right, what's the closest one, I guess?
Closest one? Sorry, yeah. 2 miles.
I write the address down on what I assume one of Fred's multiple stacks of sticky notes. All right, come on, I'm gonna teach you how to talk to girls.
All right. Hops down from the chair.
I pick you up out the door, and I'm just going to go ahead and activate my class feature. I am going to Fateful Steed, and as you see the magic leave Dresley's hand into the area in front of him, you see a column of fire. I assume this has been a day.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So we've rested at least at some point yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
At minimum 4 hours, so like you guys are doing your setup of downtime, so.
Okay.
And from this pillar of fire, you see a motorcycle with a skull on the top of it that turns to look at me. You thought I forgot about you, didn't you?
Are we eating the gnome?
I don't trust you anymore. I don't trust. He starts kicking at him because I think he's like, you picked me up.
No, but you can have all the birds and small animals we run over.
Yes.
As
you get on the hell bike.
Yep, that's gonna be my favorite, my fateful steed.
Alrighty, if that's what it is.
The Ghost Rider bike.
I mean, it has to be a being with consciousness. It can't be my car.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Don't want to dirt. You don't want to.
So, as you guys are doing your downtime stuff, Durin, have you settled on which dog you want?
Me?
Yes.
Forgot to think about it.
All right. Then we're going to go ahead and go on break, everybody. And when we get back, we will hopefully be able to resolve downtime for you guys. We'll be right back.
Oh my god, can we get
And we're back, everybody. So, you all get to spend a week of downtime hanging out with your family, feeling refreshed, Barnabas. Dresley and Lenny hanging out with one another and feeling frustrated at the other's lack of something. And Durin, you get to spend a week hanging out with which of the 3 dogs? Or do you want all 3? Durin?
Didn't realize I muted myself for a second. I guess I'm gonna go with the jovial one, Nixley.
Alrighty. And you have a week of training him. Now, the last things. For your downtime, Dresley, I need you to roll me a wisdom check. This is how well you can educate Lenny. Lenny, I want you to roll me a wisdom check. This is how well you can educate Dresley. Durin, animal handling.
Wow.
Bit your hand.
So, Lenny, no matter what you do, Dresley just seems so disinterested in all of your books because they have no pictures. And his argument is, well, kind of frustrating because a picture's worth 1,000 words. So why wouldn't he just look at 10 pictures instead of reading 10,000 words? Dresley, however, you get Lenny to have a conversation with a stranger in a park. No sexual tensions. I mean, you think there might be some, but actually probably not. But he gets a full conversation without stuttering, without getting embarrassed. Lenny, it's monumental for you.
They're not leaving.
Yeah, you just talked. Apparently, Dresley does know how to be likable.
I gotta imagine that's the end of the conversation is when Lenny actually says that. You're not leaving. You haven't left yet.
I need to look more into these picture books that Dresley keeps talking about.
No corpse pieces. But yes, it turns out when you don't show your undead hands missing their pinkies to people, or offer to put lotion on people you've never talked to before, sometimes it's easy to have a conversation. But anyways, Durin, with an 8, you have not learned any instant commands with Nixie. Was that his name, Nixie?
Nixley.
Nixley, yeah, Nixley. Nixley is also a she, by the way. But at the end of the first week, Barnabas, you come back from shopping. Your other sister ended up joining you as well, and she leaves 100 gold for your mom to help her out a little bit. She's an adventurer. She's making plenty of money.
Oh, good, because I was going to do it, so now I don't have to.
Yeah. And she even looks like she wants to leave you money.
I mean,
Don't worry, I have the International Bank of Dresley.
I mean, I do need to research the devils.
Yeah. But, after a week of hanging out on the beach, building sand castles, talking to your mom, visiting gardens, planting new plants, all of these really nice things, one day you come home and you see Bread sitting on the couch. Well, hello there. Hi. Barnabas, how are you today?
I'm good.
Oh, and you must be the astonishing Mrs. Bedrock. Oh my god, you're Bread Lasso. You're bread. You're bread. Oh, please, please. I'm just bread. You don't need to treat me like I'm anything else other than a lovable loaf of dough. He comes over, shakes her hand, and shakes your sister's both of their hands. And do you mind if I steal your son for just a minute? I promise I'll let him come right back. Yeah. Hey, can I get a picture with you? Well, I hope you have a Polaroid so you can hang it up even faster. And he'll take you and head upstairs. All right, Barnabas. So, I had some contacts come back. There's a a friend of mine. She works beneath a speakeasy. Her name is Lucetta. But all her friends call her Matchstick. She does fantastic ink work, tattoos and such. You have any?
Of a sort.
All right, so you'll understand then. She's a fantastic artist. However, she does custom work for people of a more warlock in nature, let's call it. Where she's able to infuse them with infernal tattoos so that they can better call upon their fiendish origin and contracts for, perks when they need them. Very good business for her on her side, right? She draws the tattoos on the individuals, she gets paid, and then she never has to interfere with anything on the nefarious nature. Now, morally might be a little questionable, but she is a fantastic artist and very good informant of mine, so we need to make sure she, doesn't get hurt.
Understood.
All right, good. You understand? Like, I don't want her to...
My problem is not with her or even with devils in general, Brett.
Okay, perfect. Good. So long as you have that understanding, we're good. So she has a portfolio of all of the tattoos she's ever made for each of the fiends. Now, these individuals can summon forth the fiends that they are contracted with. Rumor has it that there was an executive several years back for one of the major oil companies that she drew a custom tattoo for. If that's the case, you might be lucky enough to catch one of the other ones that you may have a little bit of an association with as well. And perhaps she'd be able to start you in the right direction of tracking down an individual that you can enthusiastically persuade to summon forth their devil. Now, I by no means am telling you what to do. You're a free man. You and your friends, you're all free men. If you want to spend more time here, like I said, mi casa, su casa, fridge is stocked up, everything's good. Or if you want to get this party started, completely up to you. But if you want another week, take another week. It's not a problem.
Thank you for this week, Brett.
Of course.
And the use of your house. It was, I think, more important than I expected.
Good.
But I do have responsibilities I need to keep.
All right. That's how you feel about it. That's how you feel about it. It's not a problem whatsoever. So, let's say I pick you up in the morning.
That sounds good.
All right. If you change your mind, just shoot me a message, all right?
I will.
All right. I'll go let everybody else know.
Thank you, Brett.
Yep. Lenny, Dresley, you just made it back to the room where, Lenny, you're probably still geeking out at the fact that you made a friend He's an old man, right? Like probably like 50 or 60, but he's really nice and he listens really well. He doesn't say much, but like he's a good guy.
Yeah, did you see that, Dresley? That guy was like, I mean, I don't really know much about what he thought about what we were talking about. He didn't really say much, but he didn't leave. That's a good thing.
I assume I was observing this in case things went wrong. Was that person dead? Or
No. He was just like the quiet type of old man. You ever seen what's that show? Zoe Deschanel was in it. Just Jess or whatever. New Girl.
Girl. Okay.
New Girl.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like the nice old Asian man who just like
Yes.
sat and always talked.
In the
Nick did all the
pool.
talking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome. That's an awesome person to meet.
It was very good. It was a nice, good milestone there, Lenny. You're doing a great job as I roll my eyes in the back of my head.
Yep, and you see yet another book placed on your bed. But then the phone rings. Ba-ding, ba-ding.
Hello, Lasso's house.
Hey there, Dresley. Hi, it's me, Ted. Bread. Pleasure. So, just to let you guys know, I talked with Barnabas. We're gonna be heading out in the morning. I gotta take you guys over to Yar York, okay?
Yar York. Where's that?
Oh, Yar York?
Yar York. Okay. I didn't understand that's what you were saying.
Yeah, Yar York.
Are we going to the bonks?
All right.
No.
All right. Perfect. So I actually needed transportation, and you didn't have any car keys, so I summoned a motorcycle. Can you take that with us?
I mean, we can certainly try.
All right. Perfect.
Is it sentient?
Yes.
Oh, then yeah, sure, no problem at all. All right, so we're heading out in the morning. Make sure you and Lenny clean up after yourselves a little bit. And if you're not going to clean after yourselves, leave a generous tip to the maid staff that I have there, all right? They are fantastic individuals. And just so you're aware, each one of them makes about $40K a year, okay?
Oh,
Back then, that was a lot of money.
it's a lot of money now.
Not as much now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Oh, you
not
mean-
bad, but it's not a lot.
You mean 90s now or 2025 now?
Yeah.
That's drastic different.
So just make sure you either clean up or you treat them ladies fantastically, all right?
All right.
All right. Well, I'll see you in the morning. I'm going to go see if I can't pick up Durin. I think I left him somewhere.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Durin, where would you have been left off with your new dog to train it?
Oh, that's a good question. I guess if Durin had made the choice, he probably would have just chosen like somewhere in shit. What's the name of this town?
Bellington Heights?
That.
All right. Well, yeah, you have your dad's house. And you got to talk to your mom twice this week. She called from prison.
Oh.
Yeah. She's doing fantastic. Apparently, she has like 3 bitches.
Right.
Yeah. And you're even able to make a very good contact in there to start selling into that jail. So... But anyways, as you're outside still trying to train the dog how to do any simple command, and every time you try to command it, the dog just jumps on top of you. Oh, I love you so much. You got me out of there. Oh, that place is horrible. It's still bright outside. Can we get myself some fancy glasses like yours? I put your fancy glasses on my face one time, and it made me so much better, and I could not see the bright, angry ball in the sky anymore. You keep calling it a son, but it's not your son, is it? I think you're too young to have children. I mean, maybe you could have had children. How many pups do you have?
I forget what questions were.
Then you hear the phone ring from inside. Oh yeah, is that Mom?
Hello?
You just go. You pick up. Hello, Durin. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay, you?
Oh, I am fantastic. So, I talked with the rest of the crew. We're going to be shipping out tomorrow morning. Do you want me to swing by and pick you up tonight, or do you want me to pick you up on our way to go get Barnabas? We're picking him up last since he seems to really need time with his family, you know?
Any hurry?
Yeah. So when would you like me to pick you up?
Whenever works.
Well, do you want me to pick you up now and then you stay the night out here, or do you want me to pick you up in the morning?
Morning works.
Morning works. All right. How's 5 a.m. sound to you?
Like you might as well come now.
Oh, don't be like that. All right, I'll let you sleep in until 6, all right?
That's when I'm usually going to bed.
Remember, he was on a team with Guildarts.
Yeah, 6 is sleeping in. All right, I'll see you in the morning. You take care of yourself. Oh, can you do me a favor, Durin?
Yeah, maybe?
Can you swing by on the roll today and pick up a whole bunch of Danishes for everybody? I think everybody would be real happy about that.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. Hey, you can put it on my tab if you want, all right?
Okay.
Fantastic. Thank you.
He is going to regret that a little.
Yeah, probably not. Just so you guys are aware, I have a sheet of how much money each of the important NPCs have. Yeah.
Didn't I give a crap load of money to Honor Roll when we were in school?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Surprised
And
I'm
they...
not as a part owner.
Well, they sponsored the, what was that? What's that called? Jousting team. And they give all of their food and leftover food to them. So, yeah.
I completely forgot that plot point.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't. I took a feat to do it. Then I got us all killed.
The credit where's credit's due. I got us all killed.
I was gonna rock that character's world when he came in as a knight. That I was gonna be better at him than jousting.
Lenny would like a French cruller or an apple fritter instead of a Dane. This picky son of a bitch.
He grew up as a low-rank noble.
Yeah, yeah.
This isn't boss water.
Do you have a cronut?
I've never heard of
Right.
this flavor before. You called it tap water? What is that?
Right? Tastes earthy.
You guys don't need to make special requests.
Good point.
He's gonna
Mr.
get them
You're
all
buying-
anyways.
He's buying half the bakery.
He's gonna walk out like Santa with a giant sack of pastries.
I mean, we did that once with all the donuts.
Mm-hmm. So, evening time, everybody. Dresley and Lenny, you get one more night of arguing about reading a book.
Could I do one extra thing each day this week?
Sure.
I'm going to attempt to eat one more finger each day.
Okay. What save did we make that before? Charisma?
That was,
I think
that was a
charisma,
con,
I think
I
that was
think.
a con to keep it down.
To keep it down and not
Oh, okay.
puke it up.
Yeah. Oh, go for it.
Yeah.
And
Alright,
for anybody
so-
watching who's unaware, we have a jar of no longer pickled pinky fingers that if he eats one, he can control the undead hands that act as mage hands. And
But
he
I
has to
have
be
to manage
attuned
to
to
get it down.
all of them at the same time. But if he has 4 or 5 of them, it's still only 1 attunement.
All right, con save. Hey,
Okay. You got another finger down. Go for the next one.
nope,
No. No.
not that night.
Go for the next one. Mm-mm.
All right.
Believe it or not, the DC to swallow a pickled finger is quite high.
I bet.
Yeah.
Lenny's also learning which flavors don't work.
So
President
after the
Jason.
third night, Dresley's just going to ask, I can force feed you these. if you want."
I mean, I guess.
All right, so do it at advantage because Dresley is helping.
Helping.
Yeah.
You're just shoving it in his mouth and then holding his mouth shut.
So
Chew it. Chew it.
Lenny needs to
Rubbing
establish
his
his.
throat. Come on, swallow.
He's gonna use message to establish a safe word. Like, all right, stop forcing. I'm gonna puke.
I'm a mafioso. I know how to make someone swallow something without puking it up.
Oh no.
That's the
night
fourth
is also
night.
a failure. It's a fight between the two of you.
Sixth night, fifth night. I'm like, I don't think this is working. It's getting worse.
Perhaps we can insert them anally.
Oh God.
It says eat. You don't put fingers up your ass.
Well,
Good,
not for this.
good
Dear
God.
God, Lenny.
Come on, Joey.
All right,
Come
that's the
on.
last night. I got 2, so I have 3 out of the 6 hands. Lenny's just looking at the rest of the hands like, soon.
Soon, my children.
This is by far the best magic item I have ever made.
Soon I will have applause everywhere I go. All the hands invisible clapping for me.
How much effort it takes to swallow these things. I hope these things can do somatic components for you.
Well, I'm assuming these are like normal medium sized creature fingers for a small character to try to swallow. So
But luckily, they're pinkies.
Yeah,
that's true.
but pinkies of normal people is the size of his thumb, like,
Yeah.
or like middle finger. Like, it's fucking huge.
Well, if you're
Like-
lucky, some of them are built like me. I have extremely small pinkies.
Yeah.
So
Like,
my
imagine-
pinkies are very small. and
Imagine trying to
crooked.
swallow half of a Snickers bar. I don't know if you can swallow that.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
make it a finger.
Yeah,
Right.
You're supposed to chew it, Lenny. That's your problem.
It's gonna make it disadvantage on the chest.
Yeah, at the 5s. We see the 5s where he tried to chew.
Yeah, those are the days. Yeah.
I don't remember what I did 2 weeks ago when you first tried this to give you disadvantage. I remember
You,
I intentionally did
You
it.
made them unpickled, which made them harder to
No,
swallow.
that
No,
was
you
to
made them-
protect it from the poison.
You made a crunching sound when
That's
I swallowed
right.
it, and I was like, I didn't even chew. Why did it make the sound?
That's right. Now I
I
remember.
just swallowed and it crunched.
Oh, God.
All right, that's all I needed.
So, bright and early, first thing in the morning, Durin, you hear a rasping on your trailer door.
I swear to God, if it's that fucking doll again, I'm gonna fucking.
As soon as you look up, you see the doll on your nightstand. But your dog likes to use it as a chew toy, at least.
Good boy, girl.
Girl.
Good girl.
Yep. You go over to the door, and you see Brett is standing there. Morning.
Morning.
Are you ready? Did you get the Danishes for everyone?
Oh yeah, I just bought everything.
All the Danishes?
Did I stutter?
Wait. He looks at the giant sack you have.
Sex.
Huh. Well, I hope someone else has an appetite other than you. All right, let's get going. He takes your hand and teleports over. Dresley, Lenny, bright and early in the morning, you hear the bedroom door get... Wake up, fellas. We got yourselves, a lot of pastries for the breakfast.
During the
okay.
toggle.
Go, sorry.
No, go ahead. I was making a joke.
No, that's it. I was just saying, okay.
Open the door. Oh, Durin went to honor roll.
Yep. Fresh made goods. All of them. We are going to leave some for the staff that works here, right? I mean, I think it'd be a nice treat for them.
Oh, I made them dinner last night.
Oh, that's so nice of you. What'd you make them?
Oh, you had some goose in the oven, in the fridge, so I cut off its head, used the insides to make a nice soup.
You made a goose soup?
Yeah.
Out of only the insides?
Hey, man. I also gave them all massages.
All right. I hope with their consent.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
I
that's
offered them
harassment.
massages.
Yeah. Here, eat these goose innards. You're massaging them.
You say people eat haggis. It's not strange.
Making tiramisu with the fingers. Oh, the fingers are just chicken. Just deep fry them, cover them in chocolate. You'll be fine.
They're lady fingers now.
Some are. So, anyways, he'll gather you guys up as well, and then teleport over to his beach house over in California. Barnabas, it's bright and early, but you were walking your sister over to the bus stop. All right, it's time for you to go back on your mission, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you make sure you be careful, okay? If I have to bring you back to life, I guess I'll figure out how to do that, huh?
Yes. Don't worry, I have a diamond on me.
Good. That'll make this so much easier. Apparently, diamonds are really useful for that. I don't know why we have to use diamonds, though. I'm sure we can find a way around it.
It's a measure of sacrifice. It's symbolic that you're willing to sacrifice something so expensive to be willing to bring this person back. It's more symbology than the actual matter of the diamond itself. But
Symbolism. Okay.
for a lot of people, it's easier for magic to work off symbolism. I'm sorry, Jesse, I cut you off.
I was just gonna make a joke about it, and now your sister will come up with a way to make sacrificial grass. Specifically for resurrection components.
Yep. California, yes. All right. Well, I guess it's time for us to head out. And she waves at all of you as well. Hi, guys.
I'm gonna steal enough donuts for her to give everyone in her class donuts.
Yeah.
Makes it seem like we have enough money that she can buy donuts for her class.
Yes. All on Bread's dime.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they'll be so happy about this. By the way, did you hear about that new movement within our church of, they called it veganism?
Oh.
Yeah, I think these people might be heretics.
Yes, death is part of the cycle. There's
Right.
nothing wrong with
No.
eating animals if it's done with the proper respect.
Good.
Yeah.
People around here like it.
Yeah, I've always heard weird things about people from this side of the country.
They're very, very weird.
Speaking of weird, what's Clint like?
Oh, I mean, he's a guy. He's nice. He always asks me how my day's going.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. He's very nice about towards mom. Always helps her cook. Helps her with the groceries, carrying them upstairs. More than happy to watch me when she has to go out and do the work at the diner.
Well, good.
Yeah. He's very relaxed. Reads a lot. He's a little bit of a nerd.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. One of my best friends is a nerd.
One?
They all have their own quirks. Only one of them I would consider to be a nerd.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, sometimes he's just like staring off, like, you know, when the TV's on and, you know, after a hard day of work, you like just stare off. But I don't know. He doesn't really work hard. He's an accountant.
Money manager.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, be good and safe at school.
I will. You be safe wherever you're going, okay?
Aye. will endeavor to do so.
Good.
Before she gets on the bus,
Yeah.
I would like to sneak away from Barnabas so he doesn't see me do this. And I would like to... Hey, kid.
Yeah.
Here, keep yourself safe. And I give her a dagger.
She looks at that. Oh, no, I don't use metal weapons.
Metal?
Yeah, dagger's metal. The blade part. I have this. And she shows you a thorn-coated quarterstaff.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. Just fucking millennials.
I was trying to get give your sister a +1 dagger to keep her safe in this California.
That was very nice of you.
Very nice of you, yeah, but she has her beat stick. She's a cleric, quarterstaff, you know?
Wait, if she's only into natural things?
Yeah.
I hold out the mini keg.
The mini. Oh, what's that?
If you light it on fire, it explodes.
Like gasoline?
No, this is a powdered rock.
Roll me persuasion.
Does she not know what gunpowder is?
They don't just teach little kids this shit every day.
She's in an adventure school 3 years early. I don't know what
she's learning the basics. Gunpowder is not a basic.
Is it persuasion?
Persuasion, yeah.
That's a 19.
She'll take it from you. I don't want you to have this. And she just goes to the back of the bus.
Fair enough.
That's amazing.
So proud. Such good judgment for such a young child.
Hey,
but anyways,
we used to burn the heathens.
While you are standing there, Lenny, you are staring this horrifically huge dog. Well, it's looking down into your eyes.
What is this? He's like started looking around nervously.
Durin?
That's Dixley.
Is Bixley nice?
Yeah.
Letty immediately falls down prone. Just like, fetal position.
Alexander, no.
Nixley leans over top of you and just starts licking your face. You can feel the spots.
Lenny just manages to like eke out between his arms that he's using to cover his face. It's like, every dog is like Clifford to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, true enough. All right, everybody. You all good to go?
I just realized I sent a child to a school with a bomb.
Yes, you did.
100%.
Yeah, and she
The rest
took
of
it.
us realized it.
She took it not to use it, but to stop you from having it. She's a very responsible child.
Where did you get that gun? That old man on the bus offered it, so I took it from him because I didn't trust him.
Yeah. He seemed like he was a danger to society.
Right.
Just holding it. All right. You can ride. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, she's size medium, so Lenny could use her as a mount if you got an exotic mount. All right, so you guys, you ready to head out?
Yes. Did you fill all of them in on what you found?
No, I did not. But general gist of the things, Barnabas, you can tell them.
Brad has a contact who one of her specialties is giving out tattoos to people that have made pacts, I guess, with infernal creatures that allow them to summon their person they have a pact with. And one of the persons she at one point worked with was the executive of an oil company. and we're hoping she might be able to lead us to somebody else with the same mark.
Pretty much.
This is a friend of Brad's, so it's a non-threatening ask.
She's doing me a favor and a solid by seeing all of you, letting you look through her portfolio and trying to discern specifically what devil she may have tattooed somebody with that you guys are currently being hunted by.
So don't try to sleep with her. Got it.
But that's a matter of personal choice.
I mean,
I'm
so
saying don't threaten her. You have a weird barometer, Dresley.
Barnabas, how long have you known me?
That's what I mean.
People.
This is what I've been dealing with all week.
And who had a conversation that they wouldn't have had a week ago?
I guess.
Okay, that could mean two things, and I hope you realize.
Lenny doesn't.
No, I'm not talking to Lenny.
Okay.
It could have been a bad conversation.
No, it was fine. The old man didn't strike him with his cane, so I count that as a win.
That's oddly specific.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it was a lot better than when he tried to talk to the stripper.
So I'm able to get you guys into Center Square. All right?
I do have one quick question.
Shoot.
What if we kill a demon that's not... What if she, doesn't have a demon that we're currently affiliated with, but we still end up killing a demon?
I mean, if you can summon forth, and it's a devil, one of these creatures that... I mean, if you get the job done and you're killing something of substance, right? You can't just summon forth a tiny little imp and be like, I killed it. No. Like, I can kill an imp just by accident.
Right, I figured, I wasn't figuring, wrong classification, but,
Right. Well,
I'm just making sure it doesn't have to be one of the ones that we've already met.
Oh, I would greatly encourage
as long as we can
you do
prove
this
the
to one of the
concept.
ones you've already met. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. Ideally, I'm just saying.
First,
proving concept is more important than...
I mean, I think your general safety and health and well-being is more important than proof of concept, but sure. Give me one of those apple fritters. He takes one from the bag. Last night I was craving Danishes, but I guess fritter today. How much did this run you?
I think
Sorry.
How
How much did it run me?
much did buying out the store run him?
Would you bother have looked at the receipt or just taken the receipt?
Oh, I could just hand him the receipt. Yeah, good point.
I mean, going off the last time we did this, probably 10 to 20 platinum.
He just starts shaking his head. All right. First things first. Ain't no way you guys are going to eat all of this within a couple of days, all right?
Joke's on you. We kept donuts for 3 weeks.
That's not a good thing.
They were delicious.
Barnabas, how many times did one of them shit
I-
their brains out?
I have to admit, I do not keep track of that unless they ask me to.
Well, if we're going
but
off higher and civil.
This
Yeah.
does prove that we have a history of being irresponsible with money, though. So be aware of that. I mean, you send someone somewhere with access to your cash.
We ate them all.
All right.
What about
Well-
the burritos? We wasted a lot of burritos.
Waste? You
Some of
threw
those
them all.
went-
I mean,
Some
we
of
could-
those went
Some
to
of
the
them.
head of a dick.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Brandon. He got to graduate because you guys died.
Yeah.
And then tore his ACL.
Yeah.
I told you, we have a history of poor management of money.
If you ever want an example of this, bread, just call up Gildarts, ask him how much money I had when I started school.
All right. So let's move past all of this. 32nd and 10th, right? Over there's a nice shelter. Individuals, mostly kids who are hard on their luck. They stay there during the evenings when they go off to one of the schools over there. Please donate some of this food, all right? To hungry kids who do nothing but schoolwork and live in communal living, Durin.
Yeah.
You're good? You're going to donate it?
Yeah.
A good portion of it.
Whatever's left by the time we get there.
Good enough for me. His dumbass is going to eat it all before you get there. But anyways, you go to her. She's working underneath a speakeasy in the basement. The speakeasy's called the Matchstick, all right? Or no, it's called the Ember Room. You talk with her. You make sure you tell her that all of you are friends of Bread. Then she'll take good care of you. She'll even give you a nice 15% discount if you want to get yourself some ink. She does fantastic work. She did mine.
You have tats?
Only a few.
Can we see?
Kill one of these devils that have it out for all of you, and I'll show you one of my tattoos. I promise you, it's worth it.
Nice.
You'd never guess where it is or what it is.
Mom
I
on your
certainly don't
ass.
want to.
It's a tramp stamp, 100%.
You'll never guess. Anyways, let's teleport on over, eh? Now.
So I take a picture of my stupid cat who jumped into my windowsill where he can't fit.
Stupid cat.
To be fair, he's like 3/4 blind, so he doesn't really know where he's going. He's lost one eye and the other one has sight problems.
Alrighty. So, everybody, as you teleport, you can feel the air immediately becomes thicker with pollution. You look around and you see these towering skyscrapers all around you. This population of people that is unrivaled anywhere else you've ever been in your life. You are standing in town square in the center of Yar York. This fantastic, incredible city of progress with technology and of fast-paced living. As soon as you all appear here, you take a few steps out. And then you hear from behind you, "Hey, I'm fucking walking here. Get out of my way." As you realize more people have teleported in and are shoving you out of their way. All right, everybody, remember, you pretty much got to keep moving or you're going to be suspicious or a target of being robbed. Good luck. And he just goes off and starts strutting somewhere. You look around and you see there is a person with a cardboard box laying down, breakdancing. Not but 40 feet away, there's another man doing the robot. And not 40 more feet down past that is someone hustling, trying to sell maybe knockoff jewelry, maybe authentic jewelry. Welcome to Yar York.
It's so loud. There's so many people. And so much steel. I don't like it here. Can we burn it all to the ground?
I mean, we should probably do what we came here to do first.
Fair points.
On our way out.
Wait, Barnabas, if you burnt that tower down, wouldn't that block out the sun?
if I burnt the tower down, the sun could reach lower because the tower wouldn't be in the friggin' way.
Yeah, but isn't that how smoke works? Like when volcanoes blow up and shit?
Yeah, but smoke dissipates. Yeah, I mean, maybe for a couple of years you're not going to be able to see it very well if I burn the whole town down, but it'll all settle over time. And then this will all be fresh land again. All right, anybody know how to get to 32nd and 10th?
Where are we now?
I've seen mob movies.
I'm going to look on... Spellington's not that big. Do they even have street signs in Spellington?
Oh yeah, they have street signs at the end of each street.
Okay. I'll look at the end of the street.
You look around and you're at 2nd and 4th.
Ah, shit, we got a ways to go.
Yeah, but which one's which? Because 32nd and 10th.
Well,
That one's 2nd and that one's 4th. But which one normally comes first?
well,
Are we on 2nd and 4th or 4th and 2nd?
You're on 2nd and 4th.
But does Barnabas understand that?
No.
That's my question.
well, the thing
And-
is,
Durin should know this.
well, if they have 2 32nd streets, then they're just planning a city like real crap. So I'm assuming there's only one intersection of 32 and 10.
I've never been to Manhattan. I always assumed it was avenues one direction, streets the other.
Maybe.
Kind of.
That's how it is in other parts of like Omaha that have numbered streets like that, but I don't know what it's like in Manhattan.
So I've been to New York maybe 3 times in my life. We just need to find a bus stop and there'll be a literal grid of the city of Manhattan.
Oh, perfect.
All right, so you guys start moving through the crowd, and aside from Dresley, all of you are moving way too slowly. Everybody's like bumping past you, just booking it right past you. Dresley, you're kind of like keeping a watch out as you're moving and stuff, and immediately you guys are getting bombarded, being pegged as out-of-towners. Some guy comes up to you, goes, "Hey, yo, guys, hey, you interested in buying my new mixtape? I'm an
No.
upcoming bard. I'm called Bradley."
Pyre just pulls out his Glock and tells him to keep moving.
Whoa, hey, come on, man. I didn't need no business like that. Immediately you see a cop look over at you. "Hey, yo, your only warning, firearms are illegal."
They say to the people with swords and daggers and
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Firearms are the ones illegal.
Yeah.
Lenny is incredibly paranoid being in this crowded of a place. He's actually going to go ahead and use those invisible mage hands to kind of like, he positions them very strategically on his person. So if anybody tries to pickpocket him, they'll interact with one of the mage hands instead.
Just get slapped.
They reach in, grab something, come out, and then I make it look visible, and it's just an undead hand.
But yes. Who wants to make the survival check to try to figure out where the fuck you guys are and where you're headed? This would be so much easier if Pyre was here.
I'm willing. So, 9.
Oof.
9.
Oh, wait,
Durin.
guidance,
Yeah.
10.
10. Durin does get you guys out of the main thoroughfare of, well, town square. However, he gets you over towards this very unique Asian cuisine restaurant that smells distinctly of weed coming from the kitchen.
Are you navigating by nose, Durin?
Hasn't failed me yet.
And thus, every 5 feet, we stop for a pizzeria or a bakery.
Said I'd get you there, not quickly.
Yep. Durin, I need you to roll me a charisma saving throw. Okay, you can maintain yourself as well as you would like. The pizza here, unparalleled. You've never tasted pizza before you had New York style pizza. And there is a pizzeria on every 6 or 7 stores. How much money are you spending on pizza?
Oh, how much do I have?
How much do I...
I want to spend at least 5 gold.
Okay. That's a lot of pizza. It's like 50,
Yeah.
50 cents a pizza. Yeah, 5 silver a pizza. Easy.
Wait, a full pizza or slice?
A slice. A
Slice
full
here,
pizza is like
slice
$3.
there. Yeah.
Man, the 90s were a hell of a time.
Mm. Never had New York pizza, but also my fave is Hawaiian pizza. So Hawaiian pizza is not bad pizza. People give it a bad rap, but honestly, like the sweet and savory contrast, it's good. But New York style pizza is its own class of pizza. It is so fucking good.
I've never had true New York pizza, so I will not pass judgment because I'm a Chicago deep dish guy.
Same.
Deep dish is good. Deep dish is really good. But deep dish is meant to be eaten to fill you up.
Yes.
New York pizza is eaten to enjoy it.
I live right outside of New Haven, so
Yeah.
So having grown up in the state of New York, there was this one pizza place that I loved. Its pizza was like square. It was square pizza, but they made the dough like a whole like inch thick. But it wasn't deep dish. It was like a whole like box.
Greek style.
Oh, I've never heard it referred to that.
oh yeah, Greeks do that.
Yeah, Greek pizza. Where the bottom is like, it's not smooth across, but it has like a texture to it.
Kind of like a focaccia kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. I like Greek pizza.
I do like Greek. Yeah, I've got one place near me that does Greek.
But anyways, off of the topic of pizza. As you stop by about the 5th place, you guys all realize Durin is completely lost and just foodieing out. You've been walking around the city for an hour.
Go ahead.
Can I take a quick look at the closest street signs and see where we've ended up?
Yep. You've made it to 14th and 7th.
We're going in a direction.
The
Yeah.
right direction from where we were.
I'm going to attempt this,
Okay.
but Barnabas spent his entire life on a farm. Spellington was the city to Barnabas.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling this at disadvantage by choice.
Fair.
That's still not terrible.
14.
14. I would have, because I would have asked for guidance for that.
So, there's one common thing between major cities and simple farm living. Always trust the grandma. You go into one of the pizzerias and you ask the old grandma working behind the counter, where the hell are you going? And she gets you on the right path. The wisest thing to do in this city is to ask a grandma for directions.
I'll thank her and buy a piece of pizza on the way out.
Wonderful. That'll be 5 silver. Do you know how hard it was to get this song to do New York style rhyming? New York rap is its own thing. Like, it's so good.
To be honest, every so often I hear them say "Yar York" instead.
Yeah, it's in there.
I was like, did Joey actually change the audio?
So,
The
you guys
level of dedication we expect out of Joey.
Of course. You're welcome. Anyways, as you all are traveling, you end up finding your way over to 32nd and 10th, where you're able to donate the remainder of your pastries Durin to what is practically a homeless shelter.
But by this point, I've started on the pizzas, so there's actually probably a fair bit left.
Yeah. But after getting done with that, you guys begin heading out and looking for the Ember Room, which luckily is only a few blocks down the street. You've moved away from the more in-your-face R&B feeling locations, and now you are heading into a place that looks more like Pyre fits in here perfectly. You start seeing air and fire ganassis walking around easily. You see a few tieflings as well with a little strut to them as they're moving, and everyone here seems to be playing with what were we calling them? Boy box?
The handheld.
Yeah, the boy box.
Yeah, boy box.
Yeah.
I think it was Box Boy.
Box Boy. Okay. Everybody is playing with them, and everybody seems to have a bit of an attitude. One guy, as you're passing by, looks over at all of you, and he opens up his trench coat. Hey, yous, you guys want yourself any new bits right here, huh? What would you like? A little grease for your weapons, make them extra sharp, huh? You want some of this good stuff? How about some health potions, huh? You never know when you're gonna need them. Better to have it and need it than not have it and need it, you know?
Can I thieves cant to this guy? Legit or scam?
He sees you and just, man. Which answers your question.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is all interest in selling to us.
Whereas Durin took the immediate position of, if he's selling it out of a trench coat, nah.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah, that's the cheap stuff. But you guys find your way over to the Ember Room, this very low-looking place that's very nonchalant. It's almost like a warehouse, but there's a side entrance that you can see a very large Minotaur is standing out front of, arms crossed. And as you guys look down there and start moving towards it, the Minotaur positions himself in front of you, in front of the door.
Excuse me. Channeling.
What's the password?
Please?
No.
We're here to see Matchstick.
He looks at you. You're here to see Match? What business you got with her?
We were sent by a friend of hers.
Which friend would that be?
Can I insight this guy if he's trying to like crap, what's the word?
Test us if we're cops or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
Or you can insight him.
A man made of dough.
18.
18. Okay. He seems to be doing his job. He's like the enforcer bouncer here to make sure nobody who's not supposed to be here gets in, and also make sure you guys ain't cops. Man made of dough. The bread man?
Yes.
Yeah. Muffin Man. Letty trying his best to use like street smarts, like, yeah.
Lenny, you made it through a conversation with an old man feeding birds. You're not up to this level yet.
He takes a step back.
You're not an improv yet.
All right. He'll take a step back and open up the door for you guys. As soon as you step in, you see the very lackadaisically looking jazz, little tiny speakeasy here. You see these various jazz instruments are just floating and playing by themselves, and the red glow light that is emanating out covers the 5 or 6 people that are just sitting at the bar, sitting at tables, drinking, eating, having a good time. You see this one very fat fire ganassi look over at all of you. He just looks and tilts his head as you walk on by, heading down the stairs. Once you get down to the bottom of the stairs, you see that there is a very large metallic door that has a eye slit in it, and has written on it in Thieves' Cant, "Rasp 3 times." Moment later, and it gets pulled to the side, and you see a red-faced individual with purple eyeshadow that stretches to the sides, looking at all of you.
Here to see Matchstick.
Why does Matchstick want to see a whole bunch of kids?
Because you're doing a favor for a friend.
Your Gildot's kids?
Yeah.
Closes it. You hear it unlocking, and the door opens by itself as you see this woman walking away. This fire ganassi woman heading over towards a chair that currently has this robust-looking dwarf with a freshly shaven back getting a massive-looking hammer tattoo etched into him. As she sits down, you see the tight leather clothing, the rippling tattoos all the way up her arm, up her neck, and even starting to crest up over her chin. Her head is completely bald shaven, and you can see that there's a spattering of very unique tattoos of flames going across it, but all of them are yellow instead of red. As she looks over, continuing her job on the back of the dwarf. All right, kids, you're gonna have to wait your turn before I'm able to touch all of yous up. Got this guy here to finish up first.
Of course. You wouldn't want to interrupt your business.
Feel free to look around if you need a bit of inspiration, or if you already know what you're going to be getting, of course, you can just sit there and do nothing.
I gotta ask. I love the symbology, love the look, man, but do you plan on continuing to shave so that you can always see that, or is it just more of a personal thing? I mean, I've seen this guy without his shirt, and I know you would never see a tattoo underneath afterwards. I'm just curious.
Oh, I'll know it's there, and the missus will know it there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, gotta get this one. My grandpappy died.
Oh,
Yeah,
a
crushing
memorial
mine.
piece.
Yeah. He looks over at her. Matchstick, what are you doing with all these kids, huh? And when he turns his head, you can see the massive ring stapled into his nose, and the eyebrows that have 3 piercings each, and what appears to be massive tattoos of spiders on his face.
It's a serious inker.
Yeah. They're preferred customers, friend of a friend, so they're gonna get what they're here for, you know? Alright, sure thing. Ugh! He looks at you, Durin. Immediately switches to Dwarven. Sup, young blood, how you doing?
I'm doing right, Howard. I'm fucking dog!
I forgot about the doll.
He's just sitting on the table across from him.
I completely forgot to try and remove curse on that doll. I
It's
didn't
been a
even
week.
prepare it. I wasn't with Durin, so I wasn't constantly reminded of the doll that comes out of nowhere.
It's alright, his dog chews on it immediately.
While that's happening, can I look at her wall of, I assume, tattoo designs?
Oh yeah, go for it. And she has remarkable art. I mean, there are arcane markings of glyphs for individuals. There's angels, devils, demons, all manner of beautiful, just pieces of art on every piece of every type of person lining the walls. Notably, you don't see anything that catches your eye as like a summoning circle, but you imagine that portfolio would be kind of stashed away. Remember, warlocking is bad.
Yes, it is.
They're cheaters.
Since there was
Cheater mage.
So what's your name, dwarf?
Aaron.
Erd? Nice to meet you.
You too.
Name's Ruckus. You can roll me a history check, Durin, and anybody else who speaks Dwarvish. All right, Lenny. It's actually funny that you're the one who hit it. Tell me what Lenny's experience with goth house music is.
Goth house music.
So think Blade, like the music that played through the entire Blade series. What is Lenny's experience with that? That justifies how you know of this name. I was trying to ice skate uphill.
I feel like I probably shouldn't have rolled for this. Lenny knows Dwarvish, but
Yeah, well, you know Dwarvish, so like you heard of him, and he is an artist. He is a DJ for some of the greatest goth house music and clubs in all of the city.
okay.
He's a major name in that industry.
Okay.
That's the equivalent of me just telling someone who likes rap, like, hey, you're talking to Jay-Z. Because his name is Ruckus Trueblood.
Okay. Maybe Lenny has kind of come across his music or something in the past. He listens to music that is not exactly in the exact same wheelhouse, but I guess it's kind of close. It's definitely much closer than a lot of the music that we've been encountering in the city thus far on our way here.
Yep. So yeah, you immediately think that may be Ruckus Trueblood, the house DJ.
Lenny goes ahead and sends a message to Durin to kind of let him know real quick. Say, hey, this is actually a semi-famous DJ. I'm actually kind of surprised to see them in here.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I'm going to be sitting here a while. So he just like generally shoots the shit with you guys, like just talking about random things like, hey, where you guys come from? Oh shit, you spend time in the Feywilds. That's bitchin'. Yeah, I mostly spend time in the Underdark. Yeah, it's pretty cool down there, but honestly, sometimes it gets a little too weird. There's some people who take being a part of the Underdark way too seriously. And he talks to you about all of the tours he's gone on. If anybody has a spectrum of enjoying music that is associated with either rap, grunge, or hard rock, he's toured with major bands each of you have heard of.
Has he ever toured with your sister, Durin?
Including your sister, Durin. Wait, you're her brother?
Yeah.
Nice, man. That is awesome. Yo, your little sis can fucking rock.
Yeah, she can.
Oh, that is badass, dude. It's cool. She was a cool chick, you know? I felt a little weird because, you know, she's kind of young to be out touring and stuff, but, yeah, she seems to hold her own no problem. there's this one guy at the place that tried to get, a little close with her, and I don't know where she got a shotgun from. But she got some pretty good aim. Yeah. Then one
I
of her
think she has spots on all of her luggage for that, because I remember when we roadied for her one time, we had no problem finding a space to smuggle in weapons when we roadied for her that one night. So I think that's pretty common for her.
Hey, gotta keep yourself safe when you're out here on the streets, Going to weird places, partying, going crazy, touring. You gotta do what's necessary. Hey, if you guys end up needing anything, make sure you swing by the warehouse. We're having all week we're having a rave every night. You guys need something? Swing on by the old ruckus, all right?
Will do.
When he leans up, you see the massive hammer that is made of bronze imbued into his back that leads on top of a huge anvil that has angelic wings behind it, spreading his entire back a mural. As he leans up and, yeah, that's good. All right, good luck, guys. Whatever you chose, hope it's badass, man. And he goes for a fist bump.
Turn.
Yep. Take care, little gnome.
Thanks, Ruckus.
Yeah.
Kind of jumps up and gives him a fist bump too.
Yeah. See you, elf boy. Take care, countryman. Just
You have a good night.
Why would you even whisper this?
whisper what?
That's why I whispered it to you.
What are the odds?
No, not in that way. Not in what are the odds something bad's
I mean,
gonna happen.
technically, it's something that did happen. Yeah.
Yes.
What's?
All right, I said what are the odds? That's
What are the odds? Roll the
it's the
D100.
First time I've ever gotten caught out in this, I think. And you can't say anything, Dresley, because you're the one that laughed one time.
You didn't actually whisper it. You put it in chat.
Well, I know, but it's an emote. So I didn't send it directly to you like that. It was in character, Dresley. It was not meant to be hidden from the DM.
I'm not sure if we've done this yet with you in the game, Lenny, but I have a rule called What Are the Odds? Where if somebody ever utters the words, what are the odds of that happening? I will decide what the odds are, and you will roll a D100, and we'll see what happens.
We did it a couple of weeks ago. That's how we ended up fighting the crocodiles.
Oh,
Because Dresley said it twice.
The talking crocodile trying to eat.
Why do you think I'm
Dresley.
so upset about it?
So, as soon as Ruckus leaves, she sits down on the chair and immediately lights up a funny-smelling cigarette. Already use. She holds it out to the side. So, there's a little bit of business that we all need to talk about, hey? How about we cut to it? And when we come back next week, you guys can finally begin the new story arc. Ink and Ambers.
Ink and Ambers.
Yeah.
Or Ink and Embers.
Embers. I always say ambers when I read the word. I don't know why. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you all had a fantastic time. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.